It's a new day working on Kevin's Razor over here. He's let the thing sat for a while, so we're just going to start fixing it up. A little bit of ball joints, a little bit of tie rod ends, and then batteries. Got 2 new batteries. And I hope y'all can hear me pretty well because it's raining. It's storming as always. Every Saturday it's just storming. Checked over the rear end on this thing, looking good. Got 2 PC 925s? No, yeah, 925s. So, we got to clean up all this junk right here. We're gonna see if we can incorporate the bus bar. Might not. I might just shrink them down to 1 or 2 wires. So here's the Kevin's old tie rods out of his Rackzilla. These have been what?
4 or 5 years old.
4 or 5 years old. They were pretty well worn out. We could have just flipped them around, and then they would have been just fine. We actually had a washer. We had to go to a ride or something like real quick, and we didn't notice this. So I put a washer on there just to keep it from coming off. Because that's what's nice about Heims. Once you mount it to the knuckle, then you can just put a hot washer on there, and it'll kind of keep it in. It's really jank, but it worked. Anyway, so off of this one here, it needs a new steering rack also. So I got the Rackzilla for it. And then as soon as the Rackzilla came in, Kevin swooped up the tie rod ends. Was like, I want those. And it actually worked out perfectly. So I don't know if the Rackzilla is different with the 1000, but this is the joint for that, which is actually, in fact, a whole lot different. It's a whole lot, not a whole lot longer, but it's also taller. If you side by side, you can see the difference in the balls there. It's a pretty big difference. So they give you the sleeve also that's got to be pressed into here. I mean, it's almost too big to fit inside of the ball there, and so I had to press that in. And with the old style, it came with the little sleeves, like what they misalignment spacers, I think they call them, to equal that. Because without that, it's that. This one's all built into one. Anyway, so throw those in there. I'm gonna get it aligned. It's gonna be a nice little upgrade, and nice because I can't use these ends on this one because this is an 8-inch performance ATV lift. And so all that turned out perfect. Kevin got some tie rods. This guy got a new steering rack, so let's go install these. So he's still got this is a Rackzilla that we put in here, like I said, 4 or 5 years ago. The rack is still holding up really well. And so we're just gonna thread in the new nut. And of course, with it being the same rack, everything's gonna be the same there. But with this being longer, we're gonna have to readjust his tie rods. Little roundabout. And I know ideally that these, of course, are supposed to be mounted on bottom, but that's just not gonna work. Not without some Z-bent. He actually had some Z-bent rods on this thing. As you can see there, that's where they rubbed, and they just always felt loose. So we took them off, and he got this, and just mount them up on top. The mounting them up on top is only gonna kind of affect the bump steer, but when you're mudding and you're maxed out, none of that really matters anyways. Unless you, I mean, it would feel pretty stupid if you spent like, you know, however much money on a Polaris Razor 1000 and then you gotta do that, but whatever. That's up to you guys. The nut real quick.
You.
Still storming outside. And Kevin's just about maxed out on this thing too, though. Actually not.
That whole 1 cylinder needs 33s. Pumping.
Yeah. He's got the 33s. With this bigger ball here, you're not as maxed out as you were. See that? I mean, you're maxed out as much as you can now, and you still got a lot of play there, so
Yeah.
not bad.
Nah. If it's that maxed out, I probably ain't turned it much.
No. We also have got. Did you order those ball joints or
The bushings? Yeah, ordered them.
So, upon further inspection on this, we got a little bit.
Not bad on this side. It's this
Not
other
the
side is the bad side.
A little bit of slack.
Been hearing a lot of noise on my front end, and I thought it's because I put them 33s on. No, I got a lot of play there.
And yeah, don't forget about that ball.
And my ball joint is bad. I got Super ATVs, upgraded Super Duty. I don't know, they got a lot of duty ball joints nowadays.
Duty.
Everything is duty, super duty, heavy duty. You can't afford it duty. I don't know. It's all them duties. I got a new one.
Super Duty about it is the name.
Pretty much. But I got the super duty greasable ones coming for the bottom. Top ones are still good. I got some extras if we do need to replace it after we take it apart. But I think I've just recently replaced those. Replace these, the top ones. The rears were fine. Probably because this sees most of the trauma up front.
Because he's not tall enough to look over the steering wheel on that side. So he hits a bunch of stuff.
Always the short jokes.
And I do got to give a shout out to Kevin's dad. He actually got apparently these. He got the Milwaukee 1/2 inch and the 3/8, and these things are just beasts. And I've just been using the crap out of them on a loan to work on crap. And so, but they haven't disappointed yet. I mean, I've got the Cobalt 1/2 inch over there on the wall, and it does what it needs to do. It's just old, and so it's not up to par right now. There we go. Let's see. Oh wow! What a difference!
You see it flexing. See it flex?
Yeah. So it is.
It is gone. It's gone.
I guess that's what does it.
Yeah, it's gone.
We got new ones, but man, feel it already.
Oh yeah. Tight like a tiger.
I mean, you saw it before, so.
Yeah. So.
We'll be set. Now we're gonna move on to probably some batteries or.
Boom. Let's go to boom.
Got my helper over here. Doing what he does. Transmission is in. It's not torqued yet or anything. I'm still waiting on that alignment tool, but it's in. So we're about to put some axles in there. I'm gonna hold out on the belt, of course, and everything. But looking good. Got 2 new axles there and some ogre feet. But we're ready to go.
Starts doing something. Here we go.
So how do you do this?
It goes in that hole right there.
The axle goes right here?
Yeah.
I think I got to do. You guys got to remember that we don't. Kevin doesn't. We just don't do the 1000s. It's all pretty simple stuff, but we just don't do it.
It's too many CCs for my height. You got to be so tall to drive this ride.
You must be this high to ride this ride. That looks pretty good. So, according to my class in '97, this stupid thing goes like that.
Need a
Kevin,
little hando.
There we go. Just get it started so I can.
Yeah, it's kind of started.
Okay.
Let me grab this.
You guys don't mind Kevin's breathing. It's normal. He's fine.
It's because I'm fat.
Oh, this is stupid.
It's gonna sound like Chewbacca up here breathing. That's Darth Vader.
I'm making this too difficult. We're trying to be impressive for the video, but
He normally doesn't video while he works because this is why.
uh-oh. Ow.
Jets.
Look at my hand. It looks like it just got done beating up the...
An emu? Emu?
This is so unimpressive. All right, got everything set up, and we would so much rather prefer the 570 Razor. It's so much easier. We're kind of new to the whole trailing arm setup. I mean, we're not new, but it's just we don't work on them enough to be, efficient with it. Exactly. So we're bouncing around, whatever, getting it done though. Everything's getting torqued, tightened up, set up. Put up the. What you think, Kevin? Would you want this?
Not this one.
Not this one. You're right. You're right. That's a very good point. Not this one. I mean, it's got an 8-inch lift on it by Performance ATV. I mean, it's fine, but it's just not this one. It's just not very
stock A-arm.
I mean, this is eye level. Eye level is right there. You know, I mean,
Eye level's about right here.
eye level for me, eye level for Kevin. So it's just not very fun. I mean, it's all here, but it's just tough. Everything's tight. So, but we're getting it done. I mean, everything is going together well. So, almost done.